What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. This might be one of the most important videos that I'm ever going to make. Bitcoin is getting tested. Everybody's thinking that Bitcoin is going to continue to tank down, and we're going to talk about what we could kind of be expecting in the year of 2026. You take a look at Bitcoin right now, we did touch $72,000. So that $72,000, we cannot really overlook that. We know the low from 2025 was 75, maybe $74,000 during Liberation Day, April 2025. We have broke that level. So we can't really overlook that. That's a level that we was hoping that we would hold. That's a level of support that we were paying attention to. We said, if that level gets broken, you better look out. You better cover your head. Seat belts better be on. Helmets better be on. And what happened early this morning, that level was broken. We touched $72,000. Currently, right now, we're about $73,800. Things are getting really tight. Bitcoin dominates 59%. The fear and greed index is in extreme fear, and rightfully so. Shout out to the fear and greed index because it is hitting it right on the head right now. Ethereum is very low, almost dipping below the $2,000 range. Remember a few weeks ago, we were saying we just need old man Ether to stay above $3,000. Now we're begging to stay above $2,000. Things are bleeding out very fast. Ethereum dominance 10.34. Solana, I was liking Solana at $117, $119. Solana hit 110. I was loving it. Solana is sitting at $91. What are we seeing right now? If it look like a duck, walk like a duck, you better call this doggone thing a duck. So we're going to take a look at some of the moving pieces, some of the moving parts. But what we're seeing right now, this is looking like we're going to be in it real deep for 2026. November 16th, 2025, that was when we saw when Bitcoin crossed below the 50-week MA. And we were still on the fence saying, okay, typically when Bitcoin crossed below the 50-week MA, that means we are technically in a bear market. It's confirmed that it's a bear market. Even though that's a lagging indicator, that means that we probably was already in a bear market for a little bit of time. So that was noted, that was paid attention to. Some people overlooked it, said we could still see 2026 do something miraculous. We could still see a 2026 miracle. Take a look at what we're looking right now, $72,000, $73,000 Bitcoin. That is not the miracle that we were looking for. So could this just be one of your old typical standard bear markets that we're seeing? But we overhyped it. We try to put some lipstick on it, try to put a wig on it. But could this just be the typical standard bear market that we're seeing? Where crypto winter lasts 12 to 18 months. I ran across this video yesterday about one of these cryptocurrency YouTube influencers or stock market YouTube influencers. This dude said, we're not in crypto winter. He confirmed that we're not in crypto winter. He said, whatever you believe, we are strictly not in crypto winter. I'm like, man, how can you say that? I thought that was pretty negligent to broadcast that to his 1 million followers, that this is not crypto winter, because it very well could be. You know, with cryptocurrency, it is hard to declare exactly what it is, but when you pay attention and look at some of the things that happened in the past, and you take a look at what's happening right now, how can you really say that this is not crypto winter that we're seeing? Like I say, typically a bear market, 12 to 18 months. So we could be looking like October, November. We could be seeing this stuff carry on. We could be seeing Bitcoin get squeezed out for months and months to come. If we're talking about a traditional standard bear market, if we're talking about your typical traditional crypto winter that we could possibly be in. So you ask yourself, are we closer to the bottom than the top? Well, right now we're $72,000, $73,000. So closer to the bottom, closer to the top. Well, we know the top was 126. We don't know where the bottom is, but the bottom could be 50, 40, 30 range, $30,000 range. So you're probably at the midway. You're right there in the middle. The next Bitcoin halving. One of the things that I talked about last year, and maybe the year before that, 2024, we talked about how and when's the best time to buy and how and when the best time to sell. And we said typically 550 days after the Bitcoin halving is when you want to be getting up out of there selling. And typically 550 days before the Bitcoin halving is when you really want to start packing your bags and preparing and buying, getting ready for things to explode. We knew that. We had that in our head. 550 days after the Bitcoin halving was about October 2025. But we said, nah, man, Bitcoin is only $120,000. Bitcoin's only $126,000. It has to get larger than that. Trying to be the smartest in the room, trying to overthink the known facts that are out there that you should be following. Had we followed that to the T, we would have been okay. But we overthought the process, got our butts kicked once again. So you take a look at 550 days before the next Bitcoin halving. The next Bitcoin halving is June 17th, 2028. So you ask yourself, when is 550 days before the next Bitcoin halving? When you do the calculation, it comes up to November, December 2026. What year are we in right now? We're in February 2026. We just talked about 12, a standard bear market is 12 to 18 months. When did the bear market start? Did it start when the 50-week, when Bitcoin dipped below the 50-week moving average back in November 2025? Are these numbers adding up now? Are things really coming together now? The more and more that we put these things together, things start to get a little bit more clear. And people talking about, oh, well, these geopolitical things, the Clarity Act, XYZ, if this get approved, it comes down to the cycle. The cycle is solid as a rock. Maybe the numbers are not as explosive as they used to be. Maybe Bitcoin is not as explosive as it once was because now the number is so large, we're not getting strong multipliers that we used to because we're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin now. We're talking about $69,000 Bitcoin now versus back then we're talking about $15,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, it's going to multiply more because it's a smaller number. So these are some of the things that I'm paying attention to as of right now, as I try to set the play for 2026, as I try to figure out which one of my portfolios I'm getting ready to start to move around. Get ready to start to move these funds around because I want to make sure I have enough dry powder as possible come 550 days before the next Bitcoin halving. I want to be in position so I can be DCAing in and starting to really become aggressive 550 days before the next Bitcoin halving. Like I say, all you got to do is get one of these cycles right. You get one of these cycles right, you don't have to worry about worrying about the next Bitcoin halving. So maybe we blew 2024 Bitcoin halving. You get the next one right, 2028, but you have to start working now. You have to start doing your homework right now because like they say, I can't say the word MILL, you know what I mean. Rich people get rich doing, they might strike me for that, YouTube be all over me, but it happens during the bear market. Success happens during the bear market, not during the bull market. You have to start strategically getting things in place right now during the bear market. So when the bull market comes, all of the moves that you made during the bear market will start to pay off. Your portfolio will start to see the benefits. The fruits from your labor in the bear market will start to produce themselves in the bull market. That is how you strategically advance. That is how you strategically become successful when you are doing the right things in the bear market. So very interesting discussion that I had yesterday with a group of individuals who are in cryptocurrency. We laid things out. We ran the numbers, ran the days, pulled the calendars out. We looked at previous cycles. We said, man, look like this is it. Look like this. These are the moves that we need to be making. Look like these are the dates that we really need to be paying attention to. Very deep and interesting conversations was had yesterday. So shouts out to everybody who attended the meeting yesterday. But you take a look at Bitcoin, the previous cycle, $69,000 going down to $15,000. That was a 76% dip. You take a look at the top 2025 Bitcoin, $126,000. Let's not use 76, let's use 70%. 70% dip will place us at $38,000. Right now we're at 72. I vividly remember the last bear market, vividly remember Bitcoin continuing to go down. Kind of like how we're seeing right now. We saw $82,000. We said, all right, if it break below 80, it broke below 80. I mean, it didn't, didn't it go back up a little bit, 83, boom, then right back down, 79, boom, 78. It'll go back up to 80, and then, it take 2 steps forward and take 4 steps back. Like right now, yesterday we was 76, 75, then boom, 74. This morning, 72, then it pushed back up to 73. Tomorrow it'll probably be 71 or 69 or 70. This is what I vividly remember during the last bear market that we saw. The Bitcoin just continued to drop. Bitcoin just continued to decline. Not going down in a straight line, still having some opium around there, because it goes up a little bit and it gives people a little bit of hope 1 or 2 days, and then boom, right back down. Look at what Solana's doing. Solana's going down for a reason. $91 Solana. Look at what Ethereum doing. Ethereum is going down for a reason. Everything is bleeding right now. Silver and gold seems to have hit its top. All of the hoopla from there is going to be gone. Soon and very soon, the stock market is going to hit its top, and it is going to be red. It is going to be declining. Cryptocurrency is going to probably follow the stock market when it's going down. Crazy part about it, it really didn't follow it when it was going up. Well, Bitcoin kind of did, but altcoins are a whole different animal. Altcoins is a whole nother discussion that we're going to have to make as far as when we're doing portfolio analysis. We're really going to have to take a look at our altcoins and decide and have a discussion about the value of these altcoins. Have a discussion about the multi-level marketing scheme that could be looming around these altcoins. Paying attention to the movements of these altcoins, when they're moving, how they're moving, so forth and so on. You talk about a Clarity Act. Us as a cryptocurrency community, we can create our own Clarity Act. Clarity Act, we could say, as far as describing what is a meme coin, what is a utility coin, so forth and so on. We can make that clear ourselves based on what these coins call themselves. We can break it down on the movements of a meme coin. Are meme coins and utility coins moving the same way? Are they moving during the same time? When a meme coin is down 30%, what's a utility coin down? What is Bitcoin down? What is Solana down? What is Ethereum down during these same points? I mean, we can clarify that. So as far as the Clarity Act, that's just maybe going to give a little bit more confidence to the large institutions to start to buy what? You think they're going to buy altcoins? They already got access to buy Bitcoin through the ETF. So what is the Clarity Act all about? Is that just another carrot that they're dangling in front of the cryptocurrency community? Is that just another promise or something for us to hold on to? These politicians are slick. They've been slick for years. They didn't just become slick last night. So trying to pay attention to all the moving parts, because there's so many moving parts, especially when you're talking about money. People do strange things, like they say, they do a little something strange for a piece of change. People will do some strange things for a piece of change. When money is involved, people will tell you some strange things. When money is involved, people will do some wild things, like the boy Tone Loc said, wild thing. So cryptocurrency is a wild thing right now. Nevertheless, we have to continue to pay attention. We have to time this thing right, because all we got to do is get this doggone thing right. So come on over there, join us in the Patreon. We have an awesome cryptocurrency community. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day, just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.